Hello creation, hope you're well. I've written two pieces this morning. There's two pieces channeled through. First one is called A Reliever of Stress and the second one is called Life Force Synergy. Okay, so a reliever of stress. The information will be brought to you always in your perceived hour of need. Be it through whichever medium, you will receive that of which you need. It may not be as you thought, this aid to help the soul progress, but it will carry you forth upon your journey of life, and understanding this is in itself a reliever of stress. The answers to the questions that many fear to face can be found at any given time, within all time and space. The journey to enlightenment may, at one's perception, be difficult or easy. If one chooses the way of ease, grace and flow, the journey will be rather pleasing. Okay, so that's your first one. And your second one is called Life Force Synergy. Reciting the recitable and teaching that once taught, addressing the addressable to release that which had been caught, questioning the questionable and observing the observed, protecting the protectable to conserve that which not conserved. Life can be quite excitable, predictable, mundane. Life can be that of genius and also quite insane. Can't you just? To memorise the memorable and adore that so adorable, to dream up a life desirable with a love that's so angelical. 'Tis in imagining the imaginable that we can manifest the incredible, and isn't it enjoyable knowing that experts can be fallible? And what we want really is achievable. It's not so unbelievable, and it most certainly is doable if one pushes one's self beyond the perceived limitable. In silence we are given space, in the serene one finds one's place. Answers given to questions forgotten, new life grows from that once believed as rotten. In trust of self, one finds one's path, and one learns once more to love and laugh. Adrift upon this ocean of life, trusting in the higher guidance, having built foundations firmed of love, with no possibility of subsidence. So on with self-discovery, after arduous journeys end to bask in one's recovery, to replenish life force energy, to then unite two souls who will personify life force synergy. Love you, man. What a blessing. Isn't it just? What a blessing. What a blessing. What a blessing to be able to channel stuff. S-T-U-F-F. To just be able just to channel through to your higher self, from your higher self, or wherever, the higher self, the oversoul, whoever it is, whatever it is you're connecting to. It's good, isn't it? Yeah, it's good. We can all take a little bit of something from a little bit of comfort, hopefully, once we realise that we're not alone, once we realise that we've got guidance, and once we realise that everything is us and it's all for us, once we realise that we can really, truly, honestly find that peace within ourselves, find that love, for self and for others, by God, it can be a long journey. It can be depending on what your energies you're shifting or what your role's been. But it can be a long journey. But when you get to that place, it don't have to be a long journey. Depends on one's life path, doesn't it? What one has to work through, I suppose. But when you get to that place of peace, when you let go, when you do your inner work, when you clear space, which allows you to fall more deeper in love with your partner or yourself, life, creation, existence, that's beautiful, man. That's beautiful, man. You make your home wherever you are. Makes not a difference what your surroundings are, you know, because you accept all for as they are and all for what it is. And if you find that peace and happiness and love and joy within yourself, you'll find your own paradise, your own heaven within that heart of yours, where your soul's not in turbulence. Then that gets reflected out here. It don't matter what's going off out here with other people's dramas, you don't buy into it. You don't get pulled into it. No. You discern from it. You know, you don't let it affect you. It's happening to them, it's not happening to you. And as I've said before, that can make you seem quite cold. But it's not that, you're just protecting your own energy and you're not getting dragged into it, you know. Somebody, you know, if I've said it many times and I will always say it, because it's true. If anybody triggers, anybody, you know, gets triggered by you or your energy, that's triggering them for them to become aware of it. It's not because you're a bastard or out like that. It's, you know, because sometimes we don't have to do anything, as I've mentioned before. So we can just be ourselves, our whatever, you know, self. And people can get triggered, but it's them that's having a bad day. It's them that's got stuff that they need to address. It's them that's, you know. It's not you when they turn round and they're saying, "You've made me feel like this." No. I might have triggered you, but if you're feeling that way, go into those feelings and, you know, there's a reasoning behind it. You know, it's not because I'm a bar steward. I don't like that. It's just energy. Some people's energy triggers others, and sometimes it don't take out. No. Because it's just your energy alone. You don't have to be out coming out your mouth. You know, really don't. So let others be themselves. Let them deal with what they're doing. Don't get, you know, buy into their dramas. Try not to. You know. And when you find that peace within yourself, all doors start opening, all different doors start opening, all possibilities. When you're living in love from the heart, when you're living from the heart and not the mind, yeah, not the egotistical mind, yeah, then you can live a happy life. You can live a happy life. It can take some adjusting, you know, when you've been used to being a particular way. And that comes back to you've got to be prepared to change. And as I said before, as has been said before many times, through many different folk, as it were, people fear change. But I guarantee you, change is here. It's here. Up to you whether you address it or not and adapt. You've got that choice, that free will choice. You can choose to live a happy existence. You put the work in. Of course you have. But I guarantee, I promise you, it's all worthwhile. All of it. Lots of love to you all.